Hello and welcome to today's Reiki session. Today we've got our beautiful Sapphire-Night, I think I said that right, oracle card today, which relates to honesty and connects the heart and third eye chakras. It's time for you to be honest with yourself. Take time to identify the changes you need to make in your life so that you can be fulfilled and happy. Focus on healing yourself today and being completely honest with yourself. What do you need to do to feel completely happy and completely healthy? Once you've been honest with yourself and you've identified what it is that you need to do or don't need to do in your life, then you can make changes. During this process of change, listen to your heart and stay true to yourself. Be wary of accepting other people's agendas or other people's advice at this time. Be sure to surround yourself with people you can trust because some people come from a place of ego or self-service. Too many people's viewpoints can cloud your judgment. Be true to yourself. You can also ask your angels and spirit guides for help, and they will send you the answers you seek. Pay attention to any signs or messages they send you. Trust in what you see, sense, hear, and feel. Sapphire-Night is a beautiful healing crystal which aids in angelic communication. It's also associated with your heart and third eye chakras. I obviously don't have that crystal, so as a substitute, I have a beautiful Herkimer diamond, great big stone. I wanted to read a little bit about it so that you understand why I put it here. It amplifies energy, your own as well as that of other crystals, so like our Sapphire-Night, for example. It cleanses the aura and the chakras, facilitates connection with the divine, aids in achieving enlightenment and moving the spirit into a higher plane, as well as boosting psychic abilities. Excellent stones. Go ahead and allow the eyes to close, relax and get comfortable. And just take these few moments to check in, connect with your physical body, connect with your emotions, connect with your thoughts. Notice anything that comes up. Allow it to be without judgment. I know the idea of being honest with yourself might seem a little daunting, and it's not to suggest that you're not being honest, that you're lying to yourself or anything like that. Sometimes we choose to overlook things for the benefit of others or perhaps to make things easier for ourselves. Again, no judgment here. It is what it is. Sometimes being honest with ourselves simply means that we take a few moments to acknowledge. For example, if we are having a nagging sensation or a nagging feeling somewhere, this would be a wonderful time to take a moment to explore what that feeling might be relating to. What is our body trying to tell us? Or if we're engaging with a person or in an activity that maybe doesn't speak to our highest and best good, and we have kind of an uneasiness about it, this would also be an excellent time to explore that meaning as well. Just observe any changes in the body as you ask yourself, what is it I need to know? What is it that I need to be honest about today? And again, looking at this not from the perspective of judgment or shame or anything like that. This is merely an exercise in becoming aware, observing, realizing, changing, growing. To facilitate that, I'm going to apply a little rose to heart center on your behalf. Rose is the oil of love and acceptance. What we're doing today is an act of love for ourselves. And while it might not feel like it, an act of love for others. Because when we are true to ourselves, when we allow ourselves to show up fully and authentically as who we are, as who we're designed and meant to be, that is our greatest gift that we can give to this world. And not everyone will be in alignment with that, and it's okay if they're not. It's not really realistic or practical to expect to be in alignment with everyone all the time. We're so different, we have so many unique facets that we may not always be in alignment, and that's okay. This is your opportunity to align with what you truly believe, what you truly think, to weed out the garden, as it were. Pick out any thoughts or actions or expressions that are coming up for you that don't serve. Things that don't make you feel well, things that don't make you feel like you're truly you, things that hold you back, things that make you feel heavy. Just examine those. And ask yourself, am I going to be okay without these things, without these beliefs, without these people, without these things? And it may not feel like that answer could be yes. And if it doesn't, that's okay. I'm going to apply a little adaptive, which is a calming blend, to my wrists. And the back of the neck feels like a good place for that too. Also, sacral, back the spine here, low back. It's a hard thing sometimes to do these reviews and observe that changes need to be made. So we're just going to allow those things to come up without judgment. This is a time to be gentle with yourself. This is a time of receiving information, receiving enlightenment, receiving wisdom, listening to your inner knowing, acknowledging the fact that you know what is highest and best for yourself. You always have. And just allowing that to come into light, allowing that to come into your awareness, allowing yourself this moment of quiet contemplation, listening to yourself, listening to that inner knowing. You may not like what it has to say. I know how it is to need to make changes, be confronted with changes that need to be made for your highest and best good, and not wanting to do it and feeling a lot of resistance. So let's just take a moment to sit with that resistance without judgment. Just sit with it like it's a passenger on a bus sitting next to you. You're just taking the ride together, and eventually you'll get off at the stop that you need. Accepting the possibility that you can be okay making change, experiencing resistance, allowing that your life can be better without something that you've had in it for a long time. Whether that's an object, or maybe it's a physical space you exist in, or a job, or a relationship. Maybe it's your thoughts. Can you exist in a space without a particularly defeating thought? I know that you can. I know that you have the right to have whatever it is that you need to become your highest and best self. There's nothing wrong with you as you are, where you are right now. There never has been. You're just learning and growing, becoming a new creature every day, a new being, a new chance to start again. A new chance to do the right things for you, whatever that means. feel empowered. The universe has your back. You are invited and encouraged to become a new version, a better version of yourself every single day, shedding and releasing anything that does not serve you. Any old beliefs or old relationships, old patterns, you don't need them anymore. Where you're going, those aren't useful. You're completely safe, and it's okay to let that go. I'm going to apply a little passion, which is the inspiring blend, just a stripe across the forehead here, to allow any new thoughts or ideas to come to mind, to come to light. Think of it as like you're cleaning your closet. So right now we're getting rid of all the old things that don't fit, that don't work, that we don't need anymore. When we're getting rid of them, we're tossing them aside, making room for the new. New ideas, new experiences. It's okay to get rid of what you don't need anymore, because you don't need it. It served you once, and it was very important. And now, just like the old things in your closet, maybe they're out of style, or they're full of holes or stains, or they're ratty, whatever it is, you don't need them anymore. They served their purpose, and now their purpose is fulfilled. And so those things can go, move on to their next experience, their next existence. We're going to take out the recycling, allowing for the possibility of new, more empowering beliefs and experiences to take their place. I know this can be a little difficult, but you're doing a wonderful job. Anything that's uncomfortable, the divine sits with you and walks with you through this process. You don't have to do anything before you're ready. It's okay. Right now, we're just going to explore what is and explore the possibility of what could be. Allowing ourselves the time and the grace to step into our new experience, our new truth, whatever that means for you. Choosing to acknowledge anything that feels heavy or scary, just acknowledge it. It's okay that it's there. Your ego or your brain, whatever, however you want to think of it, is trying to protect you. But you don't need protection. Where you're going is safe. Where you're going is what's highest and best for you. It's okay to be a little bit scared. It's just somewhere you've never been before. But allow that fear to kind of morph into more of an exhilaration. Feel excited about where you're going. Usually that changes that sensation and allows the resistance to get off the bus so that you can continue moving forward. Very nice. Good job. You're so brave for doing all this healing work, choosing to believe that there could be a different way to exist, a different way to operate. a different way to think, a different way to be. You're embracing who you always were designed to be, who deep down you already are. Whole and wonderful and perfectly imperfect. As we close today, I'd like to invite you to take the 3 slow, deep cleansing breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, deep inhale and exhale. You can allow the eyes to open, bring some movement into the fingers and toes. And before we conclude today, I want to bring up one more thing. So this beautiful stone, this Herkimer diamond in my hand here, I know it's probably difficult to see, but this particular stone has lots of little cracks and lots of detail and character, and there's all sorts of dynamic little fractures and different angles and things happening in this stone, and it's certainly not what anyone could consider to be flawless, but the beauty in this particular stone and the beauty of your experience is that all these little cracks, all these little imperfections, you might call them, are different places in which the light can enter into your being, just like it enters this stone and reflects light back, and it creates beautiful rainbows and just beautiful patterns, and that's part of the beauty of who we are. We're very much like this stone where we've got our little cracks and flaws and things, but as the light shines in and creates these beautiful patterns in our lives, it creates this magical experience for us and for those around us. So I wanted to just bring that to your attention and your awareness today. Thanks so much for spending this time on yourself, and I'm so proud of you for all the work you're doing. May you continue to be well. Namaste.